Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, my malicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, aka the lake that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be another one of my hot topic tarots. So I hope you all sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's topic. Also, guys, please remember the easiest way for you to show your support to the channel is by liking, sharing, or subscribing. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. That's your free way of showing your support. Also, guys, please remember to get your memberships at a very discounted rate on today as well for all of your special perks as well. And if I haven't said already, I do hope you all are doing well and feeling well. So without any further ado, guys, let's get started. Okay, guys, I, Poetic Psychic Pisces, High Priestess, officially welcoming you all to the show, Hot Topic Tarot. Of course, you can see here on the screen, to support my channel, you can like, share, subscribe, send your super stickers, super thanks. You can also make a modest contribution to the channel through CASHAPP, which is $tip-diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. At this time, I would like to go through the copyright disclaimer, okay? Because of the subject that we're going to be talking about on today. So this commentary is covered under the Fair Use Act of 1976 under Section 107, which allowance is made for the purposes such as criticism, comment, opinions, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, as well as research. Okay. Now, even though I'm speaking about some very serious, very real topics, this is for your entertainment purposes only. I do ask that you use your own discernment and you govern yourselves accordingly. Okay, guys? So we're going to get into a bit of dialogue, guys, as we go through, okay, this situation. Many of you all may have heard of this situation that is going on. So today's hot topic tarot is pertaining to Lakewood Church. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Lakewood Church, this is a church that is owned by Joel Osteen. It's a mega church in Houston, Texas. Okay, and here recently there was a shooting that occurred at this mega church, guys. Okay, so as you can see here on your screen, to the right of the screen you see Joel Osteen and his wife, of course, holding up her, holding up her signs and symbolisms or what have you. Here with the Lakewood Church symbol here, guys. Okay, so this is our church in Houston, Texas. Okay, so as I said, recently there was an altercation that occurred at this church. Okay, there was a shooting, and it's being spoke about. Okay, I told you all before that a lot of different things happen like this. Especially in an election season, okay? There's a lot of different things that go on leading up to an election, okay? That gives those who, the candidates who are running, different talking points and different things, okay? A lot of these things are staged events, okay? that's occurring. If y'all notice, in every election season, there's always an uptick in mass shootings, okay? Lone wolf shooters, different things like that, okay? Situations that's causing, you know, a major distraction or a lot of chaos and different things like that, or what have you. These are staged events, okay? So as you all can see here, this is the person who they're naming as responsible. You see, these are several different mugshots of this person here, okay? This as Houston megachurch shooter, identified as a Genesis Moreno, okay? This person also has an alias of Jeffrey Moreno, okay? This person is said to be transgendered, okay? This person goes by male as well as female names, okay? So they're saying that this person is somehow transgender. However, this person did have a child, as well as recently was going through a bitter divorce as well, okay? So this is the person that they had, or they claim allegedly shot this church up, okay, guys? Now, there's some other things that I want to talk to you about as it relates to this situation, okay? There was a lot of things that stood out to me. I matter of factly know that this is a staged event, okay? This is the person here on the screen, as you can see here. You see how the hair is purposely pulled over one eye here, doing the one eye symbolism. That is on purpose, guys. This was a total staged event. This person was triggered to go in the church and do this. This person was under some sort of mind control and was triggered to do this, okay? This person's ex-husband says here, and I quote, "I currently fear that my wife will harm my son because she knows that that all I wanted my whole life was to be a father, and I will not allow hate to be taught to my son." Well, now this is very interesting because her ex-husband is said to allegedly be suffering from schizophrenia, as well as has a criminal background themselves, that I've seen as well, that his mother went on to talk about. He has like several different charges or something even on him, like I don't want to get it wrong, but I want to even say like sex crimes, like some other things, okay? So both of them seem like they had their own type of toxicity, but they just went through a bitter divorce with one another, okay? There was something else I came across, though, because I began to think about, I'm like, why would this person randomly choose this place? For what reason? This person, like I said, whether this person is transgender, or you want to say this person is male or female or whatever, this person walked into Lakewood Church with their alleged child in tow with them, okay? Now, in the end, the shooter was shot dead. Of course, y'all know they always do that. More often than not, these lone wolf shooters, they already, you know, the authorities get there very fast and they'll kill them on the spot, okay, to prevent them from speaking or having to do interviews and different things like that or whatever. Those of them who are like collateral damage, those of them who are assets, who they have full control under, those are the ones that you often see they trigger to be a part of these mass shootings and different things, and they walk them out calmly. There's no resisting arrest or anything, and the person looks totally zoned out and, you know, just completely spaced out and not there type of thing or whatever. But a lot of times they get there and they'll kill the patsy on the spot, okay? They'll kill the person that they triggered to do this shooting. They'll get there and they'll kill them on the spot. Well, this person's child was killed as well. This child, I believe, is in critical condition. They're not saying they don't think this child is going to make it. The other person that was shot was, if I'm not mistaken, a 57-year-old security guard, a masculine individual. He was shot and he has since been released from the hospital. But I'm going to show you all, okay, how I know this was staged. First of all, I'm going to show you all many different things, okay? But if you all seen Joel Osteen's the interview that he did with the police standing behind him, like the little, the little kind of like a press conference thing that they do when things like this happen. He had this huge duper delight as smile on his face. Dude is a total sellout, okay? Like, seriously. These people are false prophets, they're devil worshippers, allegedly, okay? But they are. He has a whole duper delight smile, creepy ass smile on his fucking face while he's talking the entire freaking time pertaining to this situation, okay? But I found something interesting because I'm going back to why this person chose this place. She had some type of interaction with this church leading up to this situation happening, okay? And I'm telling you, there was something where the one wants to say Spielberg, where the one wants to say, because, we know that they manipulate technology and all kinds of different things on various different levels to invade and violate people's minds, to trigger them to do certain things like this, to target them and trigger them to do certain things like this, okay? So however it was done, I took, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can find it on here first. I might be able to find it, but I took a screenshot of something. She had direct interaction with the church leading up to this, okay? She like purchased something from the church or either sent some type of donation to the church of some kind, and she received some type of letter from them, okay? So whether she was a member, and she was said to have two different weapons, one of which stayed in her backpack. The other one that she used was an AR-15. Isn't it coincidental that every time these lone wolf shooters, these mass shooters go on, they always have an AR-15? Okay. Isn't that coincidental? She also had a .22 caliber in her backpack or purse or bag or whatever it was that she was carrying. But it's very interesting to me that the person always supposedly have some an AR-15, okay? And it amazes me that all these people, and now they're saying, oh, this person has a history of mental illness, and person, they have a criminal history and having this problem and that problem, and all these different type of people. Okay, but you have people who there's no reason at all legally trying to go and get their weapons, and you sit up and stop and block them from trying to get weapons to protect themselves, okay? This one place, the one place that I went the first time to get my gun, I was so approved for that gun. Dude sit there forever, and then I had to pay for it, and I had paid for it and everything, okay? The guy told me, he sat there forever, okay? But I knew they were gang stalking me. He told me, oh, well, it'll be ready the next day. Just come back the next day. Okay, I already have the weapon. I paid for the weapon in full, got my receipt, everything. The guy called me up the next day. Oh, we're unable to give you the weapon for no reason. Nothing on my background to keep them from giving me the weapon that I've already purchased this weapon, y'all, okay? Doing so legally. Because I'm a target, because they was gang stalking and harassing me, they didn't want me to be able to protect myself and get this weapon. I actually went to Bass Pro Shop to get this weapon, like legally. You understand what I'm saying? The license and everything, okay? They sent them they handle us that they get take their orders from, literally contacted them and told them not to give me my weapon. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to go through other avenues to get me protection, to get me weapons. It's just me and my daughter, and I need to be able to protect us, okay? Especially when we're being gang stalked and harassed and all this other kind of shit all day, every day. So it seems to amaze me, these people that y'all say they got a long criminal history, they have a history of mental illness, they just so easily come by. I'm just talking about a handgun. A simple little small handgun. You know what I'm saying? To protect myself. And you had no reason to deny me. But these weapons are being made available to these people on purpose, y'all. They are making it easy for them. They are giving it to them. They're putting them under mind control, and they're triggering them, and they're using telepathic communication, what they call voice to skull. It's synthetic telepathy. The United States government has mastered this, as well as remote viewing. This is how they're able to stalk and harass, track, and trace people any way that they are. And they beam these messages and different things in their head. People, it just comes out funny when people talk to you about it, because some people will tell you, oh, it's God talking to them. Other people will tell you that it's demons talking to them. Other people will tell you that it's the devil talking to them, or what have you. It's synthetic telepathy that is being used, and the government is freaking doing this shit. They're beaming this shit in people's mind. They got, and all of these different branches of government on all different levels know the shit is going on. It never fails, guys. And it doesn't matter if it's little young teenagers that they've used to go shoot up schools, shoot up movie theaters, shoot up, all these different places where these shootings has happened. They always have an AR-15, don't they? Always. And then the first thing the fake news media wants to come out and say, they plaster their pictures over saying, oh my gosh, they had a history of mental illness, and they had a history of committing crimes, and they so excessively obtain these weapons. These be talking points. If y'all notice, every election year they go against the NRA, okay? They always speaking about, gun reform and going, first of all, y'all are stupid, because y'all are the one who came up with the rules, regulation, and bylaws in the first fucking place. You can't create a fucking law that said a person has a right to bear arms, and then every fucking year, predominantly around election year, you want to make it your main fucking talking point. You're creating stage to fuck events. And then you want to get up there, oh, there needs to be gun reform and all this other kind of shit. But people who can legally make them go through hell and high water to legally get weapons and licenses to protect themselves. Meanwhile, you got a bunch of supposed nutcases on the fucking loose who are completely out of their mind, according to you, mentally ill and some more shit, who easily get fucking weapons, and come to find out they got them fucking legally. That don't make sense to me. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. That means you purposely allowed them to. And I'm telling you, every one of these people, y'all, I told you, these killers, from serial killers to spree killers to lone wolf shooters, they are not born, they are made. I told you, every last one of them links back to the system, the government, or the industry in some type of fucking way. And you can be in the system by any means necessary, like any way. If you've been in any type of medical facility, rehabilitation facility, mental health facility, jails, prisons, if you're on any type of government assistance whatsoever, I don't give a damn if you get Social Security or if you just on Medicaid or if you get food, you're in a system. All of those things, you're in a system. I don't want to give a damn if you ain't been in none of those, but you was in a foster care system. You got any ties to the entertainment industry, you're in the system. You ever been in the military, you in the system. I don't give a damn if you didn't go to the military, but you went to the National Guard. If you didn't go to the National Guard, you was in boot camp. Boot camp still links you to the government. It still links you to the military. You can be in the system in a lot of different fucking ways. I'm telling you, every last one of these people, the point in me saying that is that at some point they have access to these people where people done fucked up their mind. They done put them on medications. They done put them on under mind control. Okay? Because you got to think about it. If your fake news media is coming out and they're showing you documentation saying, oh, this person has a history of mental illness. For you to say this person has a history of mental illness, this means that you have access to their documentation, their medical records. That means that this person has either been to a mental institution before. You have a doctor on file that has given them medications before. You have broken HIPAA laws to obtain this person's medical information to even say such a thing any fucking way. But since you're putting this information out, then this means that you must have some type of proof of what the fuck you are saying. So it doesn't matter whether it's through whatever type of systems they've been put under, they've been exposed to certain individuals who have put them under a trance hypnosis, mind control, who has put them on certain psychotropic drugs that have fucked with their mind, or other type of programmings that they have gone through, where they have been put under mind control. No matter, they're under fucking mind control. They are targets and people don't even know, because all you care about is when these things happen, you're just looking at the surface level of what happened. Oh my God, this is such an awful situation. Oh my goodness, people got hurt. Nobody cares about what led this person to this situation. All you care about is what's going on in the moment that this situation is happening, and people, it's a scary situation, excuse me, and people got hurt. This person was triggered. Just like all these other shootings that have, those persons were triggered. These people that you see, who these family annihilators, they just get up one day and decide to annihilate the whole family. They were triggered. They were under mind control and they were triggered. And if you pay close attention to that shit, somebody close in the family, like either the mother or the father, they're conveniently away. Especially when it's one of the children that ends up killing the whole rest of the other family. Somebody in the family was conveniently away when the situation went on. That entire family was a sacrifice, and the person that they triggered to do the crime was a sacrifice as well. And I guarantee you, the person who just so happened to be away at the time when it went down, they're getting some type of incentive, some type of higher level of position, title, role, compensation, or something. Set up, y'all. Stage fucking events, y'all. Y'all better pay attention, because this shit is going on every day. It just happens to go on more and more around election times. If it's not shootings, you hear a person get in a vehicle and mowing down a crowd of people with their vehicle. If it's not that, they claim it is some type of terrorist attack. This person here, they claim that on the AR-15 was a sticker that said something about Free Palestine. There's one video of her with the, you know, the scarves and stuff, with her whole head and face and all this other kind of stuff covered up and all this other kind of shit. Just a regular video that she was doing. Her ex mother-in-law, her ex-husband's mother, is said to be a rabbi. Amongst the Jewish community, you know, people and all this other kind of stuff. And they're claiming that this there was anti-Semitism remarks and shit. Don't you know they always say that every time these shootings and different shit goes on? It's sage, y'all. It's sage. Every bit of it. Okay, so let me on just a minute, guys. I'm gonna pull something else up here for you. There was something I screenshot it here for you all to see, guys. Hold on, let's see. Okay. Now this person, real quick, guys, this person goes by the name of Genesee, I believe, Genesee Avon Marino, but she's also goes by Jeffrey Escalante. Okay, guys. So hold on just a minute. Let me fix this for you all to see. I'm trying to pull up this other clip that I seen because I found something very interesting, because I wanted to know what led her to go to this church. What was her connection? But see, I know, this was a staged event or whatever. And I'm going to show you all some video clip as well that also enabled me to know that this situation is staged. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so as you can see here, this is that video that I showed you. This is one of the images that they show. They keep showing her like this because it shows the hair that look like it's purposely sectioned off to go over the one eye. That one eye symbolism, that's that beast sign symbolisms here, guys. Okay. Now let me make this bigger so y'all can see. Hopefully, hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up for you all. Closer. Okay, so if you look at the bottom here, hold on. Okay, so if you look at right up under this picture here, okay, it shows her different clips of her here. Okay, here is a letter that she received from the Lakewood Church. This is her order. This is an order confirmation letter. Okay. And on here it says, it was telling her, it says, hi Genesis, thank you for your recent gift to Lakewood Church. It says your support is helping, it's basically telling her it's helping to bring hope, and hope is spread. This hope is spelled in all capital letters, HOPE, hope. Okay, and we all know what that hope stands for. Okay, everybody know that hope is a specific symbolism that they use. You hear all the politicians use it. Okay, but there's only certain politicians that we know of who that hope stands for. Okay, one of which who used to be president. Okay, is who the hope stems back to. And I'm a video clip I'm gonna show you in a minute, y'all. It was so staged. Whoever was recording that video, y'all, it was a trip. But they ended up panning over to the other side of the stairs, and on the stairs it's literally written in big old letters, hope something else. It was saying, but I'm gonna get to that. This letter here is a letter that Genesis, whatever she calls herself, received from this church. She obviously sent in some type of donation to them. Okay, some type of funding, that they got from her. Okay, and it was supposedly allegedly going to whatever cause that it was sent in for. And in this letter, it also gives her times. Okay, it says if you have any questions per your about your order, it says please it basically gives her a phone number that she can call, and it says that she can call the service at any time, Monday through Friday, between the hours of such and such, okay, like 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Okay, so this is like an order confirmation, whatever she sent money into this church for. So this was, I feel like, the initial communication that she had with these people, but this is subliminal. Okay. This is something that was used to trigger her, to give her the go-ahead for coming to that church and doing what she did. Okay. And a lot of y'all, you're not going to see this. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. Okay. But you got to see how shit is leading up to this situation that occurred. You have to look at the situation, what was going on prior to this occurrence, what led to this occurrence, y'all. Okay, But here, up under here, you see it says transgender individual shoots up a church in Texas with a gun that had Free Palestine written on it. Okay. This person was under mind control. This person was triggered. This person got direct communication from the church about a supposed order confirmation. That order confirmation was subliminal to give this person the go ahead with the shooting, with this, with the staged event. Okay, guys, this is the type of subliminal stuff that happens, that comes in when these things go on, when these things happen, y'all. Okay. Now let me show you all something else. Let me okay, guys. So I want you all to check something out. Hold on just a minute. Let me get to my thing. Okay. This is Lakewood church shooting update. Okay. It's, I don't know if this is the one. If this is the one that I want to show you all. Okay, hold on just a minute, guys. There's a specific video that I want to pull up and show you all. So you all can see what's going on with the situation. Okay, guys, give me just a second while I find this video for you all. I do believe this may be the one. Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys. So here I want to show you a few different things that's going on here. I'm going to show you what I mean by the signs and the symbolisms is everywhere. Okay, so here's one of the news clips of this. Okay, we're going to get into this. I'm going to pause it in some different areas so you all can see what I mean, what's going on here. Okay, so let's get started here.
Video inside Lakewood Church during yesterday's deadly shooting.
Right here. Pay attention, guys, okay? Now, do you see how these guys, they were running up the middle of the stairs here. They could have just shot straight up the middle of those stairs, okay? Watch the person with the camera. It's going to pan all the way over. Boom.
But we are
hope rising. You see this hope rising as these officers running up these stairs here. That hope is subliminal for something, okay? Y'all don't know the president, where the hope symbolism comes from. It comes from the Clintons, okay? They were from Hope, Arkansas, okay? So you hear a lot of different politicians from all spectrums. This is how you know that the Clintons are involved in a lot of things behind the scenes as it relates to political things and other things or whatever, because they use this hope shit all the time. And if you think that they are talking about, oh, hope for the future and, you know, for the people and all, no, it's some other sinister shit that's going on behind the scenes in the background, okay? But they use that hope for a specific reason, okay? This is the reason you see the camera hand over here so you can see hope rising, okay? Subliminal. Now, this is while the shooting's supposed to go on, okay? You see how those people was just casually walking out, okay? Y'all, it's a trip.
What we are learning about the shooter, the victims, and the investigation.
Also tonight, new details about the shooting at Lakewood Church yesterday afternoon that left an armed woman dead and her young child fighting for his life.
Police say a Conroe woman was shot and killed after walking into Lakewood Church with her son and opening fire.
Today, police confirming the identity of the shooter as Genesee Yvonne Moreno, and the child who was shot was her 7-year-old son. Police say Moreno opened fire in the west side hallway of the church before being killed by 2 off-duty officers.
Okay, that's another thing, okay? There just so happened to be 2 off-duty officers already there. Didn't I tell you, well, y'all, when these station events go on, they already have like the first responders on the scene before the altercation is to go down. Those officers were already there before she got there. This is how they contain, how they control the staged event. It's the same thing with these shootings and different things. They have those officers already be there at that school. You ever wondered why that is such a small amount of victims? Like when you think of someone who's like out of their mind and angry and have these huge weapons, and they go into a place and they're so angry that they're just going to kill up some innocent people. These bullets don't have nobody's name on them, right? So you would think once they get the shooting, they just be spraying all over the place, bam, 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 swaying they guns from side to side, anybody. So you would think there would be a whole lot more casualties, right? Actually, if it was to go like that, if you really got some type of crazed maniac who went up in a place with a semi-automatic weapon and just decided to let loose the semi-automatic weapon, and they're waving it everywhere, you're liable to have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 victims or more. Why? Because these are spraying of bullets. There's several bullets that comes out of those guns at one time. It's not like a handgun where it's only one bullet every time you pull the trigger. No, an automatic weapon, this is an array of bullets coming out at one time. But if you notice, you know what I'm saying? With these situations, there's only like a couple people that end up getting injured, or a couple people that end up dying, allegedly, okay? And I'm not saying this in a way like, oh my gosh, when these things happen, there should be a whole lot of casualties. That's not what I'm saying, but it's what you would assume. You understand what I'm saying? When these things occur, just look at things that you've seen before. Those of you who have lived in areas where there is violence, okay, have seen innocent bystanders get hurt in situations, as well as other persons who is actually being targeted get hurt in situations, okay? People get caught up in the fires, you know what I'm saying, of things. Look at movies and shows that you've seen, any type of, action film, gangster film, anything like that. You see where a whole shootout goes down and guns are blazing and shots is being fired everywhere. All kind of people is getting hit and falling down. You understand, from this shit. So the victims that you see, it's more like they are targeted. Like in other situations, and I feel like those persons were sacrificed. The ones that you do hear that have died or injured, they were sacrificed on purpose, okay? Like in other situations that we've heard of and we see, it might be like, oh, there was one teacher and a hall staff member, and they'll be like, there were three teachers and 6 students that were shot and killed and injured. Or I feel like those persons were specifically selected and targeted to be sacrificed, and it's because they are isolated. None of those people, if you notice, be in the same area. They've been randomly shot in different areas as the shooter walks around. Instead of them just being some crazed maniac out of their mind, going in here, disrupting these people's day, shooting at everybody. No, they're going in there and they're selectively shooting who they have been told to shoot. You understand what I'm saying? Ask yourself why this woman would go walk in this church with her son, yet only end up killing your son. And it already is 2 off-duty officers there that got their weapons on them. They're off duty. Some people might say, oh, if they're off duty, they might just live in the area. They might go to the church. Well, why do they have their weapons on them? They had their weapons on them to kill this person in cold fucking blood. Now, they're trying to make it seem like that she killed her son. But my thing is, if she wanted to kill her son, she could have killed her son in the car, at the house, or somewhere else before she even got to the church. If she wanted to kill her son, she could have killed her son elsewhere, then went to the church and tried to kill up some more people. Then you have to ask yourself, well, what was the motive for going to the church? Why would she want to go to the church and hurt people? And then she get there and you don't hurt anybody in the church. You were the only one that ended up being killed. She was triggered. She was given those fucking weapons. That letter that she got from the church was her confirmation to come to the church at a specific day, at a specific time. And from the moment she walked in there, she was literally put down. She was literally executed. She didn't hurt nobody else in that church. I do not believe it was her weapon that killed her son. I don't believe it was her weapon that they claim she had that killed that security officer. And it's no coincidence that 2 off-duty officers was already there in that huge ass fucking church, out of that whole big ass church. They just so happened to fucking be there and in the area by the door where she walked in at, right? If y'all was going to be off duty and surveillance and protecting a place like that, what was the point of the fucking security guard being there? They had 2 off-duty officers, a part of this whole stage event as well. This was before your local authority got there, who was on the fucking clock, who got the call that the shit went down. The suspect was all ready to fuck down by the time they got there. And everybody's supposed to take your word that this is just how it came. This person was under mind control, y'all, and was triggered to go up there to that church. Walked in there casually with her child. Who the hell would go through all that? Just to then walk in there and kill your kid? And what, stand there and then wait for them to kill you? How you know it's bullshit, y'all? Because I'm going to show you another clip. There were so many gunshots going off, y'all. Nobody else was here. It was just like somebody was in there just blatantly shooting. Boom, 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 boom. And people was just sitting there. The other clip I'm going to show you, nobody was even moving. It was staged. Them people stood there for the fucking longest. And then somebody turned around. The other guy, security guy, was turning around and they was looking, and everybody was just standing there casually, just chilling out. Person's recording and everything. And then finally, they told people, okay, go, 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 go. Like it was staged. And that's when everybody acted like they was panicked and running out and shit. Get the fuck out of here. The shit was set up. None of them was ever in danger or in lives in jeopardy.
Our KHU 11 News crews have been digging all day to bring you up-to-the-minute information. We begin with Adam Bennett. He is live at Lakewood. Adam, you learned a lot from police today.
Sure, Mia. First, we learned that the AR-15 rifle used in this shooting was legally bought back in December, and that it had a sticker on simply read Palestine. We also learned that a 57-year-old man who shot in the leg in this attack, who police say was just simply an innocent bystander, he has been released from the hospital. Today, we heard from Houston's police chief, the lead investigator in this case, and an FBI special agent.
Okay, guys, so we're going to get to, there's something else I wanted to or something else I wanted to, another video clip I wanted to show you pertaining to this situation. So hold on, guys. Give me just a minute, guys, to find this. Okay, guys, hold on. Instead of having y'all sit here and wait for me to find this clip for you. Okay, guys, so I'm still trying to find the other clip recording that I wanted to show you all, but this was inside of the church, okay? Look how powerful these people are, where while there's supposed shooting going on, you got people smiling. Watch how casual they are. And then you have people that sit there and they don't even move. They don't even go anywhere. They don't even do anything. It's a whole stage event. They're playing it all out. Look. They're just looking up, looking all around. These guys over here, they end up staying the whole time. Sitting there doing nothing. Why they try to and make it seem like it's such an emergency? That everybody's got to get out of here.
Dile que ahí tranquilo, que quede allá con ellos. Ya se alejaron. Vamos para allá.
Pero ¿dónde está la confianza en Dios?
Sí, claro.
La paz.
Chanti, ya siéntate.
Look at them. They're still in there after they faked, you know, rushing everybody else out. They're standing there casually recording. Look at this guy. He never even moves. He sits in his seat. He never even moves. He never even gets up. And you see how they're looking up there at the top? They keep looking up there. Somebody from another area. You see this person over here peeking from around the corner, looking from backstage? And you can hear all these shots. Now, remind you, nobody was killed here. The only person that was killed was the shooter. Her son was shot in the freaking head. And there was one security guy that was 57 years old that got hit in the leg. It was on purpose. Nobody else got hurt here, y'all. Nobody else got hurt, got shot. This was staged. And I kid you not, on several different video clips, I'm going to try to find the other one. You'll hear several gunshots steady going off. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody was shot. It was staged. It was like they had somebody stand in a certain area and started shooting. And everybody was just casually just whatever. And they did
mistake that most people make
all
when considering solar for their homes. You know that they're making it. Stick around for 30 seconds and we'll let you know.
All of a sudden, they started telling them, oh, you got to hurry up. You got to get out. There's shooting going on. Somebody is shooting. You got to go or you're going to die. You know, all of this crap. It's bogus. It was totally bogus, guys. That's what's going on here. I'm going to try to find this other clip for you all. I don't know why. Um, what I did with the clip, pertaining to the shooting. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna try to find it. It's the other one I'm trying to show you is the people that was standing in the lobby. They were standing out in the lobby and everybody was just as casual. It's very interesting to know that everybody who recorded video inside this church, they wasn't afraid, they wasn't scared, they was just kind of hanging out. Okay. Of course, you got your crisis actors here. They're always the first on the scene to be seen. Okay. Here we can take a look at.
First off, thank Chief, and the Mayor, and all of these men, and did an amazing job. And it's just you said it, Chief. It could have been a lot worse. Of course, we're devastated. I mean, we've been here 65 years and have some shooting in your church, but you know, we don't understand why these things happen, but we know God's in control, and we're going to pray for that 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased, her family and all. And
did you hear what he just said?
I don't know. It's just
hold on, guys. Hold on just a minute.
Just believe that,
Okay. First of all, he's got this duper delight smile on his face while he's talking. He said, we don't know why these things are going to happen. We're going to pray for that little 5-year-old boy. He's 7. What do you mean 5? Who told you he was 5? The news says he was 7. You're saying he's 5. So which one is it? Okay. You have to listen to the words that come out of people's mouth. He's just as cocky and arrogant and demonic as could be. I haven't cared for him ever since those, what was it, the hurricanes or something came through, the huge storm, and he refused to open his church to people who were displaced by the storm, homeless people and everything, talking about they had just got new carpet and shit. Like, meanwhile, people were outside drowning, nowhere to go, displaced, all kinds of, I seen his true colors then. I haven't ever really paid attention to him, but he's just been sinister and evil and wicked, demonic ever since. And it's a whole stage ass event. I should have known something was coming. They got these scandals and different things that's going on with Bishop T.D. Jakes, which, you know, his church is in Texas as well. Now you got Joel Osteen at the center of this situation. This happening at his church. These are distractions, y'all. Y'all should be looking around and paying attention to what else is going on when these things are being done to distract you, to deflect from what is actually happening in the world. Because there are things that's going on right up under your nose, behind the scenes, right behind your back. Okay? Whether they got fake ass celebrity beefs going on, whether they got sold out celebrities that's coming online, going on online platforms, speaking out against other celebrities and saying and doing all kinds of shit just to go viral. Okay, like they speaking and against the established, like they speaking against the industry, but the motherfuckers is still sold out to them. They still working with them, and they still expect a check from them. All of those people are disinfo agents that's been put into place to brainwash and dumb down the fucking masses. That's what they pay for. And anytime you see them, this shit is being done to distract the masses. All the fake celebrity beefs, all the celebrities that they want to get to come out randomly, Oh, they want to tell all about all the sneaky, freaky, creepy shit going on in the industry and different shit. They've been down with it. Then all of a sudden, they want to come out with it and go viral. Why? Because the brainwashed, dumbed down masses, they love gossip, love drama, love mess, love being distracted and entertained. And this is what they paid for. And in between that, you get staged as events like this. But nobody is paying attention to what the hell is going on behind the damn scenes. That they want to distract you from paying attention to. That they want to distract you from what's really going on.
To stay strong. We're going to continue to move forward. And there are forces of evil, but the forces that are for us, the forces of God are stronger than that. So we're going to keep going strong.
Did you hear he just said there are forces of evil? And then he looked up towards the sky. He's smiling while he's saying it and shaking his head. Yeah, there are forces of evil. And looking up towards the sky, towards God. But you know, their God is Lucifer. Their worship Lucifer is their God. And they also refer to Lucifer being in heaven as well. See, everybody that says God, they're not talking about the God that you might represent, that what you might believe in. You may speak of the Most High as the Creator, the Most High God, the Creator. They worship Lucifer. Lucifer is their God. He just said, yeah, there are evil forces. And he looked up towards the sky, towards God. But God is the evil force. Lucifer is the evil force that he's down with, and he's smiling the whole time. You gotta listen to the words that come out of people's mouth, y'all. These people sick. They
Strong and just doing what God called us to do, lift people up and give hope to the world. Again,
lift people
I want to thank
up
these
and
gentlemen.
we're doing what God calls us to do. Lift people up and give hope to the world. We're doing what God called us to do. They were called on to host the staged event. What he means. Yeah, they were called on to host a staged event. So he's doing what his God, what the satanic powers that be, what the wickedness in high places told them to do. Look, God called us to do that. People.
Oh, I can only imagine if it would happen during the 11 o'clock service. We were in between services going into the Spanish service. So,
I can only imagine if it would have happened at the 11 o'clock services. We were between services going into the Spanish services. And of course, this is when she comes in. And of course, they use someone. She looks like she's, Spanish or something like that. Okay. These people are demonic, man.
No, if there's anything good of it, you know what? She didn't get in there and do a whole lot worse damage. So we thank God for that. He's watching over all of us, and as we're going to keep going strong, and we can hope to the world. But thank you again, gentlemen.
Thank you, Pastor.
These people are sick, y'all. Like, seriously. Y'all don't even understand just how foul this crap is and how far these people go. They put the truth in plain sight right in people's faces, and they play people like are too dumb to know any better as to what's going on, as to what's happening. That's what's going on here, y'all. I'm gonna try to find this other clip real quick. Okay, guys, so here is one of the they say witnesses, I say crisis actors, okay, that they have the first on the scene to be seen, okay. I kid you not, these situations happen. How many of you all, if there was a very tragic, chaotic situation going on and you're having to run for your life, would you then stick around to be the first one to give an interview to the media? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? In a real serious situation where you don't know what's going on, you're running for your life, all you know is people are shooting, you're trying to duck and dodge and hide and run for your life, you're not going to get out and then stick around and say, hey, you know what? I'm open for talking to the media. Also, another thing I told you all about these crisis actors, they will almost always be from another state than the situation is occurring in. So you have to listen to the words that come out of people's mouth, especially if they expose where they're actually from, okay? So, which is what this person do. She talks about a lot of different things, and then when he gets to asking her questions, she keeps saying they, okay? Now, the reason why I told y'all what I said earlier, like, first of all, they insinuates that there's more than one person doing the shooting, okay? I do believe that other persons was in that church, was doing that shooting all over to give that spook effect of, oh my gosh, there's an active shooter in here, okay? Or what have you, because she keep referring to them as they, okay? The shooters as they, okay? Also, another thing is when she gets to talking about the shot, she says there was one initial shot, but like I told y'all, there was like a series of other shots. And for some reason, I found this video earlier, was the first one I watched pertaining to the situation, and I can't find it anywhere. And I'm trying to get you all to see that the shit was staged. The one video that I seen, people were just standing out in the lobby. They were just casually hanging out. And it was like a series of shots. Like you could clearly hear the shots. It was like bam, 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 bam. Like, you know, back to back to back, like a lot of freaking shots, and nobody was moving, y'all. Nobody was ducking, dodging, running, hiding, or nothing for about a whole 2 to 5 minutes of that video. And then all of a sudden the person turned around and he was like, okay, now go, go, go. Like they was waiting to a certain amount of time and then telling everybody to run out at one time. And then they all turned around and and then started running out. I'm like, what type of stage ass shit is this? I kid y'all not. And she's going to tell you about those shots. Like you hear one initial shot, like an isolated shot. And then all of a sudden it's like an infused amount of shots, like back to back to back to back to back to back to back. But for there to be that many shots, there was nobody who was shot. Like this is a whole staged event where literally nobody was hurt, except for the shooter that was there, and that person was killed by your people that you have there, as well as her son. They want to make it seem like that this woman came into this church, shot at everybody else, it shot off all these shots, and didn't hit no damn body else, but happened to shoot her own damn son in the head. Get the fuck out of here. If she wanted to kill her son, she could have killed her son well before the hell she got to the damn church. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. And then the other guy, the 57-year-old guy, I think he just got grazed by a bullet. I kid y'all not, y'all. I don't even think he actually got shot for real. He got grazed by a bullet because he is already out the damn hospital. Okay? Nobody else got hurt. As many shots, yo, there was so many shots that went off and nobody got hit. Who goes up in somewhere and just ballistically shooting and don't hit nobody? What was the point? It was staged. That was the point. This woman was triggered to go up there and do what she did, and she was out of her mind. She had no idea what the hell she was doing. She was out of her mind, and that's the reason why they had to kill her. And they already had supposedly 2 off-duty officers just so happened to be there, just so happened to be right by where she came in at, that just so happened to have their weapons on them, even though they were off duty, to shoot and kill her. Get the fuck out of here. Listen to what this woman says, y'all. And she says that she's from New York. Okay, this happens in Texas. She's a crisis actor who was sent down for this event from New York. Okay, listen to her.
Something I do before I go to bed. Armies of angels protecting me. Armies of angels protecting my friends, protecting my family. And honestly, like, for every one demon, there's 3 angels. So the enemy is already defeated. But honestly, I pray for whoever did this. I pray for that person, and I pray that they find the Lord and that they get to love the Lord, because the Lord loves them. Whoever they are, God loves them.
What did you all see in there? What did you hear?
I heard a bunch of, so there was 1 shot first, and then was a set of shots. And then we started running, and there was multiple sets of shots. I can't really count them. It was at least 5 times that they shot multiple times altogether.
You say they.
You hear what I'm saying? Like he said, you say they. There was multiple times that they shot, just kept on shooting, but this woman was not shooting people or even shooting at people. So why were those officers in there steady fucking shooting, causing a scene, causing chaos on purpose, making it seem like, oh, this active shooter is in here shooting people? You would think as many shots went off, you would think there'd be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people dead or injured. This woman didn't even, I'm telling y'all, if you listen to everything that's been said, she clearly did not show up there to hurt other people. She did not. She had no real fucking target there. The only other reason, that's the reason why I was interested in knowing what led her to the church. Like, what interaction did she have with the church prior to her being there? That's when I found a thing where she had to receive some type of letter personalized from the church to her. Okay, and it says it was an order confirmation letter, like that she had been paid for some type of services that was supposed to be to help people, in the hope was the only word out of that letter that was in bold print except for order confirmation. I believe that was that person's trigger. Order confirmation or hope was that person's trigger for her to go to that church. And on the part where it gave when it says, if you have any questions about your order confirmation, you can call the offices at such and such, at such and such a number at such and such a time between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. It said those were the times that she had to show up to do this shooting. That letter was what was sent to her to trigger her in her mind to show up there to do what she did. The woman was under mind control. That's why they just killed her. This is all staged. Listen to this woman, y'all.
More than one person?
I don't know.
So she just came out. All right, she was holding hands with her boyfriend. They ran for safety. So I know you like to ask questions, all right, and those intricate questions.
Now, what was that? He said, you said they. So there was more than one person. She throws up her hand. She said, I don't know. But she's holding, you see the one hand, she's holding her phone. The other hand, when she throw up her hand, like, I don't know, she's showing all 5 fingers. There were 5 people in there shooting in different areas. It was not that woman. She was under fucking mind control. She was not the shooter. They executed that woman and shot her son in the head. And that other man, I promise you, was just an innocent bystander. Like like a bullet grazed him. Like, I feel like a bullet may have just maybe, the spray of bullets being shot may have come down from somewhere and ended up grazing him. Because that man went to the emergency room and is out the hospital right now. There was up to 5 people in there shooting. They were in different locations in the area of the church. Now, you hear what the dude just said? He said, okay, he said, so you just know she came in there with her boyfriend and her kid and was trying to get out. Listen to what he said. They didn't say nothing about no boyfriend. No, nothing. They said that she's up there with her kid. Listen. They said she showed up there with a kid and her backpack full of weapons.
Questions, all right? And those interesting questions,
sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Listen, hold on.
Ask questions, all right? And those came out and she was holding hands with her boyfriend. They ran.
Holding hands with her boyfriend. They ran. Listen.
You say they, more than one person?
I don't know.
So she just came out. All right, she was holding hands with her boyfriend. They ran for safety. So I know.
She just came out. They were holding hands with her boyfriend. They went for their safety. What?
Do you like to ask questions? All right, and those questions, I'm trying to be able to answer.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I really didn't see anything. I just ran for my life.
You just heard the gunshots and ran.
Yeah, I was like, I'm from New York, so in New York you don't have that stuff often. So
you hear what she said? First of all, why are you laughing? This is not a laughing matter. This is how you know this is a crisis actor. First of all, and then she just gave herself away. She said, she said, I don't know. I didn't see anything. He said, oh, so you just heard the shots and you ran. Yeah, because I'm from New York. And in New York, you can't say that type of thing. And she stopped and then she starts laughing. She's a crisis actor who was sent down here from New York. They send these crisis actors, they pay these crisis actors from other states to go to whatever the state that the stage event is going to happen in. And they're the ones who are out there who they have to talk to the media and different things and act like they were in there and give whatever cover story that the media wants them to say. But why are you laughing? This is not a laughing matter. A woman is now, this person is now dead. This child has a bullet in their head, could possibly be dying. The only people that was injured was the people that you claim came there to hurt other people in that church. Anyway, and nobody else there was hurt.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Paula.
Spell it for me.
Paula.
And your last name?
Laverde. Laverde.
Say it one more time for me.
Laverde. Laverde.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Just Paula Laverde.
Was there an event going on or just regular service?
Regular service.
Gotcha.
Y'all, that was staged. I kid you not. This entire situation was staged, guys. Okay? I've been still trying to find that other video for y'all. I think this one may be it. This is the one I believe I seen, guys, and I kid you not, this is the one where you hear all the shots.
They are trying to gather the facts, and as soon as we have confirmed information, they are trying to gather the facts, and as soon as we have confirmed information, we will share that with you. And as soon as those public comments, those public statements are available, we will bring those to you. I wonder if in the booth, if Rachel Thomas, are we able to show those videos from inside of Lakewood Church again? I'm not sure how easy it would be to queue up. Let's give you folks another look and most importantly, listen to this witness video from inside the church.
Listen, y'all. You see how everybody's just standing there? Y'all pay attention. This is the video I've been trying to find for y'all. Everybody is just standing there. It's just casual. But do you hear all the popping sound in the back? Those are all of those shots. Nobody was running. Nobody is afraid. It's like 3 or 4 different times on this video that you hear a bunch of shots going off and nobody's running. Everybody's standing around looking. And the one guy, he's going to get a cue from somebody in a minute. And then all of a sudden, that's when you see people start running. All of a sudden, he's going to say, okay, now go, go, go. And then it's like a coordination. It's a whole dramatization. Watch. Listen, because in the background, you hear all these shots. Nobody's running. Nobody's hiding. Nobody's scared. Look, now he gets the cue. Okay, go. Now everybody's going to start running.
¿Cómo puedes inscribirte o tener más información? Te vas a la siguiente página, m3missions.com/2024. Repito.
You see how this is a guy, he's inside the church. He was in another part of the side of the church speaking because they was getting ready to start their Spanish service or had just started their Spanish service. If you notice while he's talking, he holds his finger up to his lips a couple times. But look at his eyes. He gets to looking around because he knows at a specific time something's supposed to happen, something's supposed to go on. He casually turns around. You see all the people behind him just walking along. All of that noise you hear in the background are the shots that's supposed to be being shot. Okay? This is inside the church. This is not a media person. This is the man inside of the church doing, whatever job he has inside the church. That's why he was speaking in Spanish. They were getting ready to start their Spanish service. Okay? When all of this went on. These people are way too calm, way too casual. See, the thing about faking a tragic, chaotic scene, for you to pull it off, it has to be believable. You understand what I'm saying? If you are at a park right now, if you are in the middle of a carnival right now, in the middle of a fair right now, and shots rang out, and you can hear them very closely, people from all directions are going to start screaming. They're going to start running. They're going to, all kinds of things. These people casually stood there, just watching, just looking, just casually walking around. Nobody was afraid for their lives. And then at a specific point in time, it's like they get cued. Okay, now run, to make it seem believable. Oh my God, everybody in here is running for their lives. What? We're afraid. There's an active shooter. We're running for our lives. Like what?
You can tell there is confusion at first when you first hear those sounds. No one seems to react initially until those shots continue to be fired. And that's when people seem to realize what's going on. That first video,
they stood
of Victor Andrade, who was a witness inside.
There was no damn confusion. There was no confusion. They knew that them people stood there like that because they knew there was no real danger of their lives being in danger. They knew something was going to go on at a specific time. They could have told them people, okay, well, hey, we're going to be running some type of drill. We're going to be doing some type of work in such and such area. So when they initially heard sounds and shit like that, they really thought nothing of it. If you look at the people's faces, y'all, it's so casual. They are so unbothered. You understand? Not people who are afraid for their lives. And even the news media, they trying to stay face in the situation and say, see, there was initially confusion there. It took a minute for them to realize what was actually going on. Bullshit. You claim, what do you mean? How much time do you need to know what's going on? There's a shooter that is there, that is shooting. You're right by him. They're close enough to you. We're hearing the shots clearly. Why is that not enough for you to be startled enough to say, you know what, I'm going to get the hell away. I'm going to get farther away from these shots. You understand what I'm saying? These people, this is a trip, y'all.
Side, who had just gone up the escalator to attend services 2 o'clock. He told Charlie Ed City he'd just gotten there when he heard those gunshots.
Hey, cover girls, plant power, it's a game changer.
Okay,
Introducing
guys.
the ultimate plant.
So that's what I've been looking for you all. Okay, but I mean, this has really been a trip. This whole situation has been a trip. I didn't even expect for this to go this long. I just wanted you all to really see the fuckery around the situation. And I want you all to know how they stage these events. And when they do this shit, like, it's almost to the point, like, it's right in the people's faces, but it has gotten to the point where it's almost like they don't even care what their cover story is. They don't care for it to make any damn sense at all. Just whatever they say the cover story is going to be, that's what it's going to be. Who gives a damn if it actually makes sense? Okay? So there's several other we're going to look at some more of these crisis actors that's supposed to be witnesses that speak about their experience. There. Okay. Let's look at let's look at this next situation here, y'all.
We're in the front of the stage on the right side. The band was practicing before the service. So we hear like a shot, but we thought that was the battery. We thought that was that. But after that, we hear 2 and 3 times more. After that, we saw that everyone was running. So we started to run on the back side. And we just lay in the floor. We called 911. And we still hear like maybe 10 shots more.
Also, y'all,
my brother says that
I want y'all to pay attention to something here. You see the letter P right here next to this lady? You see the letter P? There's something significant to P. Okay? You remember the first lady that I showed you, the first supposed witness that I showed you all that was talking? She had earrings in her ear that had the letter P. Remember, she said her name was Paula? She had earrings in her ear with the letter P, or that made the letter P. I'm gonna see if I can't pull her thing back up so y'all can see it. Something is significant to the letter P. Okay, they're using some subliminal to this, to the letter P. This woman is standing here, obviously next to some type of parking deck at a specific building. This is like building something, parking area, something, or whatever. But you see the P. Usually, when you see that, it stands for like a parking area, parking deck, or something rare, or whatever. But there's something significant to P. They keep showing the P. Okay. And I noticed that there was earrings there. The lady that we heard from at first, she said her name was Paula, and she had earrings in her ear that showed the letter P. Okay. So there's something subliminal to that as well here. Okay. They were also pushing the hope. symbolism as well. You remember on those stairs, it says hope rising, okay? And that's subliminal as well. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and finish listening to what this lady is saying.
That there was a bit in the screen. We're not sure, but like.
So we spent like 3 minutes. I don't know how long was it. I was in shock. Someone from the staff let us know that the police was on this side and just evacuate us from this side. We spent like maybe 2 minutes go outside, and we spent 5 went there. Then everyone just have to walk over there.
Okay, so you were during like the service was happening when you were inside.
The service start at 2 p.m. The shooting start like 8 minutes before.
8 minutes right before service started.
Right before service.
And band was playing and all that.
Yes, they were practicing.
What was going through your mind when you heard those shots fired?
I'm gonna die. I will.
Congrats, Carol.
Okay, guys.
Now you're really gonna have to get those new dentures. Good thing.
It's no coincidence as well that you see the kids that was playing in the background there. It's no coincidence that those kids were playing in the background and they got that that Darren peace symbolism there. Those in the know, who's a part of that shit, knows what that means, what that is subliminal for. Okay. And why it's there. Okay. That's there for a reason. There's something else that is going down here, okay? And it's something else is going on behind the scenes as well. This lady right here, this is the lady, she has the earrings. Her ears, her earring has the letter P on it, okay? And then this woman, they made sure that they got, you see the blue, okay? That is subliminal for certain things as well. That P is subliminal for certain things as well, okay? And then they showed these, they specifically had those kids back there playing. And you see the guy here, he's got his elbow pointed in this direction towards the P. He's gonna step out of the way and those kids are gonna come over there and start playing. For those of them who are in the know, okay? Everybody know what Pizzagate stands for, okay? Also, that Pizzagate tie into pedophilia, okay? If you listen to the what was it? The mother-in-law of the supposed shooter, her son is said to be a schizophrenic or whatever, and it was something I was listening to as well when this person, because the woman ended up speaking out about, you know, what type of condition the son was in, and he has a bullet in his head, and a lot of talks about the, you know, the stuff about because she's supposed to be a rabbi, right? It was talks about the Jewish community and Islam, and she was basically saying, oh, this has nothing to do with that. People need to look at mental illness and different things like that or what have you. But I'm telling you, that one was under mind control. But it was also brought up that I believe it was the news station that was saying that I believe it was the son that has like some type of record of I don't know, like child abuse or sexual abuse allegations, like some type of shit like that I was hearing earlier. So y'all have to literally listen to everything and tie everything together. Plus this woman, they're saying that she has like this long history like that. The one picture that I showed you of her, where it was like a whole bunch of different mugshots of her, they said she got some type of something, like a lot of different things going on all the way back to, you know, like early 2000s, like 2005 or something like that, or whatever it was said. Like she was like steady getting in trouble or something with the law or whatever. But I'm telling you, this person is nothing but a patsy. That P could also stand for patsy as well, guys. Okay. But I want y'all to look at all of the signs and the symbolism of the shit that be going on here. Okay. That was something that I noticed as well. These are little signs and symbolisms that most people see, overlook, and not paying attention to. You won't tie two and two together. These people that they are showing you and they're supposed to be witnesses to the things that is going on are actually crisis actors, okay? And I'm going to tell you something else. A lot of times when these events get staged, when these stage events goes on and different things, y'all, there's a lot of children that is being abducted or being transported and moved, and they're distracting people. Okay, they got you looking this way at something while something else is going on somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Every time there's a major situation where like a major event happened, like something like a shooting, okay, people are going to pay attention to this, or say there's been an explosion somewhere or a leak somewhere, or something major that'll get everybody's attention, that's going to affect everybody in some type of way, right? It'll be something else going on behind the scenes. More often than not, there's a lot of trafficking and different things that's going on, okay? Now we just, the Super Bowl just took place or whatever, y'all, or whatever. That is one of the biggest trafficking times, prostitution times that there is, okay? The highest rate of prostitution goes on during a Super Bowl, okay? Now remind you, this happened on Sunday, okay? Super Bowl was on Sunday, okay? So all of these is fucking rituals that's going on. Y'all got to pay attention. Major trafficking operations, all other kind of stuff is going on while y'all are being distracted by other shit. So let's look at what this witness has to say here.
Hey there, guys. This young lady just came off a vehicle. I guess you were brought over after evacuating the church?
We were escorted during the evacuation by a SWAT team, by the police, local Houston police, and also by the FBI.
Describe what you saw and or heard.
Well,
okay, ask yourself, how do you have, I understand with this being an active shooter and so many people being in there, it could have turned into a hostage situation or what have you. I understand SWAT being there. Who in the fuck has FBI there already? A lot of times FBI don't come into a situation until way later, after a situation haven't been handled or contained or something like that or whatever, just to assist, to help the local police team. Okay, this is how you know this is staged bullshit. Why? Because they have already said that there were 2 off-duty officers that was there and shot this woman dead within a matter of seconds of her getting there and supposedly starting this shooting, which we know she didn't shoot any damn body, but they felt the need to shoot and kill her cold-blooded, and somehow her son ended up getting shot in the head in the process, and a man ended up getting grazed in the leg by a bullet. But those were the only people that were hurt. Okay, so why the hell did you need SWAT and the damn FBI there? And she said that they were evacuated from the church. They were escorted out by SWAT and the FBI. That doesn't make sense. For somebody that was already dead when they got there? Come on, y'all.
We were leaving the service, and Joel was meeting and greeting everybody outside on the 2nd floor where all this happened. And he was one of the last people to meet and greet with Joel. here, and I went into the ladies' room, and when I came out, I headed towards the nearest exit on the second floor, and I heard this like a bam, bam, like mechanical sounds, like it all sounded like folding tables were being dismantled, dropped to the floor, and then there was like, but they were erratic, okay, and then there was another set of like bam, 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 and then all of a sudden it sounded, I stopped, and I looked at the entrance, and people were screaming and scattering, and I went, oh, no, 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 this is not equipment being dismantled. There's something going on. And then I saw a gentleman, I'd say late 20s, early 30s, but I couldn't get a look at his face. But he was like standing like this, and he had, it looked like a pistol because it had a long pipe on it, okay? And it was like, and he was pointing in the, not the opposite direction, but like at an angle to me.
You think he was one of the shooters or the shooter?
Had to have been, because there was a gun in his hand, okay?
And he wasn't an officer.
No, 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 no. He was dressed.
Okay, now you hear that? This is a woman, she says, after everything that she heard, she come out of the bathroom, she see a young man, okay, who has this long weapon. Now, they done made you believe that it was solely this woman in here this whole time, okay? She said this was a man who looked like they was in their late 20s, 30s with this weapon, and was one of the shooters, and this was not an officer, okay? Y'all, I believe the story about her being transgender, she identified as female, and them saying transgender, because there was people who seen the men with the guns and doing the shooting. See, they triggered her. She was under mind control. She was just a patsy, bro. They put that shit on her. She was a patsy. I believe that shit was supposed to be bigger than what the fuck it was. That's why Joe made the statement like, could you imagine this would have been so much, worse or so much bigger if this had to happen at the first service at 11. You understand? Like, that's when it was supposed to happen, when there was a lot more people there. Remember the witness before this one that I showed you, who was at building 11, parking 11, and them kids that was over there playing? Yeah, that was the real target. That shit was supposed to go down probably at 11. Okay? More people was supposed to have been attacked here. They switched it up and changed it up that this was a woman who was the only shooter. And then that's when they made up the thing where there was two off-duty shooters, two off-duty cops that was there. But just because you are at church and you're off-duty, I understand you being an off-duty cop. I understand you going to church. What I don't understand is why you have your weapon on you if you are off-duty and out of uniform. There was no reason for you to have your weapon on you. You don't work for the church as, security, do you? When you're not doing your police job or whatever. If not, then there would have been no reason for you to have your weapon. That's when they made up that there was two off-duty weapons that put her down, that killed her. They shot that woman and they shot her son in the fucking head. This woman here is telling you she seen a man who was not an officer, who was not in police gear, with this weapon shooting. And it was not the female. This is how they got caught up, and they knew people hadn't seen the real shooters. So this is when they switched up and been like, oh, she's a transgender. She also goes by, what is it? Jeffrey Escalante. Jeffrey Escalante. Okay? Listen.
Dressed in normal clothes. I couldn't describe it because it happened so fast. I just saw him, near the entrance, and he was standing like this, like almost, the feet apart, and he was like this. I mean, evidently that's where the shots were coming from.
I don't know how long you've attended Lakewood Church, but have something like this happen
2
here.
weeks. 2 weeks. I just drove here from Los Angeles. I've always
Didn't I tell you?
to this church.
Didn't I
But
fucking
you know
tell
what?
you? She has been there for 2 weeks. Didn't I tell you these crisis actors always come from other states? She says she's only been there for 2 weeks. She is from Los Angeles, California, y'all. They have these crisis actors drive in from other states. They pay these crisis actors like $200 or whatever, $500, whatever they pay them to do this. The fucking crisis actors in these stage TVs didn't. I just told you the first woman is supposed to be a witness, and I told you it's a crisis actor. But she says she's from New York. This lady said she's only been there 2 weeks. That was her trigger to say that. The man said, I don't know how long you've been here. You've been a member here at the Lakewood Church. She said 2 weeks. I just came down here from Los Angeles, California. Could you imagine that? You just moved from somewhere and you go there. I was discussing this with you all before. One of the guys they used in one of their stations at the Post nightclub shooting when the gay club got shot up, wherever that was at, or whatever, the one guy that wore the hat, the white guy that wore, I know him personally. He's from Arkansas. He told you he hadn't just got there, fresh off the plane, and went directly to that club, and just so happened it ended up being shot up that night. These be crisis actors, bro. The truth is in plain sight. All you got to do is listen to the words that come out their mouth.
I've seen enough movies, and I knew we weren't supposed to scatter. We needed to go to the nearest kind of cover, you know, like they have big pillars there. So instead of going straight towards the shooter, I turned around and started running.
She know how stupid that was that what she just said. Now, she used a P word there. You see how they keep using the P? Pillars. She said, I watched enough movies to know that we wasn't supposed to scatter. Yeah, everybody scatters when there's been a fucking shooting and you're trying to get the hell out of Dodge. She said, they have those big pillars. So obviously they told the crisis actors not to run out and leave, maybe hide in behind something. The crisis actors also be the ones a lot of times that be doing the recording. They be recording certain clips and shit that be going on up in there. That's the reason why she bust out laughing there after she said that, because it don't make no fucking sense. Instead you got a clear shot to run out of the church when a shooting is going on, but instead of you scattering and running out of the church, you telling the people that you didn't learn because they done told y'all should just ran behind a pillar and hid, huh? The fuck out of here. That's why she bust out laughing.
But then all of a sudden there were very few people, and then I saw a room off to the side called New Beginnings, okay? And it was an info room I'd been to before, and one person was going through and one door was locked, and I went, oh my God, I've got to get in that room. And then the other person opened it and I followed them in. We hid 10 of us, 10 adults in a closet, and there was one child in there, and no vent, but we were all praying, and we were thankful that it could have been worse. We could have been a casualty. We could have been shot.
Have you heard anything about anybody who may have been shot?
We just heard that there were two shooters. One was a woman and one was a man. I didn't see the woman, and I didn't get a good look at the guy, okay?
Now, she says there were two shooters. One was a woman, one was a man. So where is the male shooter? Because they didn't put it, they didn't put it all on Genesee. Huh? Where's the male shooter? Because they're making it seem like, oh, she came in there, walked in there by herself. Now, remember the other man that was talking in the first witness? Didn't I tell you that he slipped up and said she walked in there holding hands with her boyfriend and her kid? And then the shooting started, and then, everybody started running. And that's when the one was like, I don't know. There was more than one shooter. There were shooters already fucking there. The shit was staged. But they solely putting it on this person because this was set up. They lured this woman there, y'all. They lured her there. I believe they placed some weapons on her. I don't believe she came there with them weapons. There's cameras all around in that parking lot and all through that church. Show me where she got out, that she parked her vehicle, got out that vehicle with only her son, and walked in there with a fucking backpack on. And another a long AR-15 in her hand. I believe they staged that. I believe they put that on her after the fact, that there were male shooters in there. She was a patsy. P for patsy. She was a patsy. That's the reason why they had to shoot and kill her. Why in the hell would you donate to a church? You had just got an order confirmation for whatever she bought from the church or donated to the church about or whatever. They sent her that letter. And then you show up to shoot it up? Why? It was staged, y'all. She was a patsy. It was set up.
Okay.
And there was a lot more people that was supposed to die as well.
Holding a gun in his hand, and it was extended, and he was pointing it towards the crowd.
Are you willing to share any of your prayer? What did you pray?
Oh, absolutely. We pray, God our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy names. But we also, I'm a prayer warrior.
She lying. She can't even think of what the hell they was praying about. She lying. She coming up with whatever comes to the top of her head of what to say that they was praying the hell about. She lying.
So for me to pray is our greatest weapon that we can use during any type of circumstance or situation or crisis. And people were, women in there crying, and wanted all of us to just feel a sense of peace and protection. Thank God there were 2 huge big wood slats. We put those across the door. Nobody was freaking out to the point where, they were being physical, and emotions ran high, but the prayers, all of a sudden, a peace seemed to go over the room. There was no vent. We're all in there like sardines. And all I can tell you is that, honestly, there was a sense of peace and people were starting to smile.
I have a feeling this won't dissuade you from coming back.
Absolutely not. This is a sign of the end times, and this is happening all over. The people were standing next to me were from Miami. They just flew in. They had delays on flights, and they wanted to get here on time.
She said the people that were standing next to her were from Miami. They had just flown in and went to this man's church. Do you see how many crisis actors they had there for this event that was from somewhere else? Now, they say that the shooting started at 1:55. 5 and 5 is a 10, okay? That's 1 that would be an 11. I believe in Joel made a reference to 11. The first service started at 11. The first witness that I was showing you all that was speaking, no, the second witness, the one that was standing by that parking deck and it said building 11 or building/parking deck 11 or whatever it was. I believe this was supposed to go down during the biggest service at 11. And I believe that there were more children, that there were more people. I don't know if I just said children. I believe children were supposed to be killed, but there were more persons that were supposed to be killed. But I believe it was supposed to go down at 11, but it didn't go down until after 1. I'm trying to tell you what I know. She just said the other people that were standing next to her was from Miami, Florida. They had crisis actors there from all over the damn place.
Time, and they were able to make the 11 o'clock service.
Reference.
And this was their first interaction but they felt the same way. They said in South Miami, it's gotten really bad. People just walking.
This was their first interaction. Interaction is a word that is used for these staged events. This basically, she was basically saying that this was those person's first staged event that they was going to be working at. This was their first interaction. That's what that word interaction means.
Up and shooting people that are sitting at the restaurants in broad daylight. I moved here from Beverly Hills, and I was there when Rodeo Drive, they were breaking, people were just breaking willy-nilly into all the chic boutiques there, and Nordstrom's there in Topanga was broken into in broad daylight, and the staff are just standing there, and the police didn't want to get shot, so they didn't want to intervene, and they were understaffed, so that's understandable. But you know what I'm really impressed about is, look at all teams of people that here in Houston, we've got constables, we've got the local police, we've got the SWAT teams, we've got constables, and we've got sheriffs.
Clearly a response.
Yeah. So that's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on. Y'all can look more into this, but this was totally a staged event. Okay. Of course, your news media have changed the narrative of things and make it seem like, oh, this person was a lone wolf shooter, went in by themselves, did all this shooting, didn't kill nobody. Yet she was the only one that ended up killed, and the son was shot in the head. They were shot by someone else. She did not go in there, shoot herself and her child. They were shot by other persons. And the other man that was shot, the 57-year-old security guard, I believe he was just grazed by a bullet because they said he went to the hospital and he got out the same day. This was a staged event, y'all. And it's more of these staged events and it's more of these distractions that is going to keep being orchestrated and centered around this election. There's things that's going on behind the scenes. There's things that's being hidden. There's things that's being covered up. There's things that's being manipulated. There's a lot of shit that is going on. But you have to pay close attention because the signs and the symbolisms is everywhere. The signs and the symbolisms is everywhere. So this is today's hot topic, Tarot, guys. This is what I wanted to share with you all. Now, there was a lot of subliminal in this. Sorry. Okay, guys, I do apologize. My device went off. I had to get it plugged up. I had to bring it, put it, get it back on and everything. Then I thought I paused it. I didn't. Anyway, guys, I thank you all so much for listening, for watching. That concludes today's Hot Topic Tarot. I do hope that this gave you the information and the communication that you were needing pertaining to the situation. Like I was getting ready to say before my device cut off, I know I made mention of a lot of different things, like a lot of the signs and the symbolisms that you've seen in certain things. Like where I showed you where those guys were running up those stairs all of a sudden that said hope rising, and there was a reference made to hope in that letter that Genesis had received from the church or what have you. I don't know for sure, even though I know what that hope reference mean that I shared with you all, I can't say definitively that those persons have anything to do with, you know, what occurred at Joel Osteen's church as it relates to this, probably, but I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know for sure, but I do know what that reference to that term is for. It's like why it's used and who it's referencing when it is being used. And it's put in place for a reason, okay? But there's a lot of these things that is going on, okay, and that is happening, okay, and more often than not, they serve as a distraction to people wherever these things are happening. So I wanted to point out to you all how the truth is put in plain sight in your face. You heard from a witness that clearly seen. Okay, now obviously she was a crisis actor, and clearly she was originally, maybe she was given a different script to go by, different information to go by, because she clearly says that she's seeing male shooters. She's seen male shooters, but it was later that they was told that it was female and male shooters. It's got to the story that they're on now that there was this only one female shooter, and then to switch up, change up the narrative of there was a male shooter at all. They're trying to say that this person is now transgender, which could be, you know, and they're saying that to be like, oh, this is the reason why some people seeing this person as a male and some people seeing this person and it's a female, but it's the same person. They're transgender. Bullshit. There was men shooters in there as well. They were all ready to fuck place there. That woman was lured there. She was under fucking mind control. She was triggered. And I guarantee you when she came there, she did not come there with the intentions of hurting anybody there. Otherwise, why didn't she kill anybody? Otherwise, why is it that she's the only one who was murdered in cold fucking blood? That was set up. That girl was a patsy, and she also was a blood sacrifice, her and her son. And I guarantee her rabbi, mother-in-law got ties to the satanic fucking powers that be, as well as her son that's got issues, we're going to say, as well, okay? While he wants to try to come off like he's non-confrontational and wasn't, you know, as hostile or any different thing or whatever, he is actually diagnosed with a mental illness. Meanwhile, y'all calling her the one mental illness. You're the one that's gonna put the face, you know, her face on the forefront too. Her ex-husband is the one who has the mental illness diagnosis. On paper, in black and white, should be on medication, also has a criminal history of all kinds of crimes, including child abuse. Okay, let's get that the fuck understood. This was a setup, and that one was under mind control and triggered to go to that church on purpose for this to be set up as way it was. She was a blood sacrifice, and they used her as a patsy. She was a brainwashed, mind-controlled, triggered patsy. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? So I thank y'all for listening, for watching. If you'll be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me or follow me on Instagram, you can find that information in the description box below. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, you can do so through Cash App, which is $TipDiamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/add36diamond. Okay? I'm telling y'all got to pay attention to the signs and the symbolisms everywhere. There's no coincidence that every witness that was first on the scene to be seen, that talked to the news media, were from other fucking states. You have one says she's from New York. Other one says she's from California. Other people that she spoke about said they from Miami, Florida. Come on, bro. You mean to tell me that y'all didn't get nobody? Y'all didn't interview nobody that goes to that church that is from the fuck Texas? Absolutely not. Because it's a staged damn event. Everybody got scripted damn responses. See, I'm wide awake in this mud. They can fool y'all, but they can't fool me. And this happened on Sunday. Same day as Super Bowl. There was a whole lot of prostitution, trafficking, all kinds of stuff going on. Super Bowl Sunday, even though this situation happened in Texas, obviously, Super Bowl was held in was held in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? But Super Bowl has always, there's a lot of things that, there's a lot of signs and symbolisms and different things like that goes on, okay? I bet y'all, none of y'all paid attention and wondered why the hell they had Alicia Keys on the Super Bowl draped in fucking bloody ass red. Looking damn near the same as Rihanna last year, was draped in bloody red. For 2 different Super Bowls. Okay? Now, I had already called it. I knew Kansas City, the Chiefs, was going to win. Okay? But if you remember in that, the mere fact, that was also, y'all didn't understand that blood stands for blood sacrifices, blood rituals, all kinds of shit that goes on. That red stands for a lot of different things. Okay? Especially if you ever see them, those of them who walk around with the red string, the red ribbon or red yarn that's tied around their wrist. Okay? It's all subliminals for certain shit. Super Bowl has always been the biggest time of year, the biggest, one of the biggest times for prostitution as well as human trafficking. A lot of people are fucking distracted. There's a lot of traffic that is going on. And this year it was held in Vegas. Okay? There's certain areas of Vegas where prostitution is legal. Okay? So just imagine how massive it was. You got all the casino hotels down there and some more shit. I know they got hellified money in. It's a lot of shit that went down over the weekend. But just so happened, this went down Super Bowl Sunday as well. It was supposed to happen that morning. It was supposed to happen at 11. That's the reason why you keep hearing the subliminals of the 11. Okay? But it didn't, it ended up not happening until around 1 something. Why? Maybe because the fact she was under mind control and somebody who was triggering her had to work her up to going there to do what they had her to do, to get in everybody in place and different things like that. Yeah. Because they wanted to make it seem like they was using her as a patsy, but they wanted to make it seem like that she was some type of terrorist radical, and she was, was making all of these. They was going to try to spin it like she was making all of these, radical comic and statements and shit, and she showed up there to kill up a bunch of people of another race and different things like that because of her beliefs and all this other kind of shit. It didn't go as planned. And that's the reason why they had to show up and kill her right away. See, the patsies that they have, if they don't fully have you under mind control, where your mind is mush and they can actually just control every aspect of you, your limbs and every fucking thing or whatever, That's when you see them show up on the spot and kill the supposed shooter. If you notice the other shootings that has happened, where they be like it's a lone wolf shooter or whatever, the other shooters that have happened and those shooters that they have apprehended, if you notice, there's never a struggle, there's never a fight, there's no resisting arrest, the person don't run, they don't hide or anything like that. They walk casually out with SWAT, with FBI, with whoever, because they fully under mind control. This is somebody who is fully programmable and triggerable, and they are literally being controlled by their handlers. From what they say to what they do to anything. The ones that they show up and they kill on the spot, those are the ones that they show up and they kill on the spot, they're collateral damage. The other ones, they're actually assets. They can use them for anything. And by the time they get them behind the scenes or whatever, they have them doped up on psychotropics and different things like that. By the time they show up in court, they be smooth out their mind. They be zoned out. They be spaced out. They be there, but mentally they ain't there. They be under a hypnotic state, hypnosis, mind control as state. Manchurian candidates, where they can be triggered to do certain shit and not even remember what the fuck they did. All they know is they were told to do it. They were triggered to do it. The ones that they don't fully have controllable like that, it takes a lot more, you know, especially the ones who like need a handler with them, right there with them to activate them. Those are the ones that they'll create a situation and they'll shut up right away and they'll kill on the spot. Why? Because they're collateral damage. They can fuck around and say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, whatever, and blow the whole cover. They shut up right away and kill them. Why? Because if you do that, you don't have to worry about them giving a statement. You don't have to worry about them talking to investigators, the detectives. You don't have to worry about them talking to the media, doing interviews, anything like that. It'll blow the whole cover. It'll blow the whole situation. They show up right away and they kill them. Those are them that they have under mind control, that they have fully programmable. They can trigger them to say or do or think or whatever. That's how that go. Okay, y'all. So anyway, thank y'all so much for listening, for watching. As always, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that's lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So you'll watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Remember, you all, I covered this under the Fair Use Act of 1976, Section 107, where this commentary, this content, allowance is made for the purposes of opinions, comments, research, criticisms, news, reporting, teaching, education, a multitude of different things. Okay, even though this is a very real and very serious topic, guys, you all know that I have to tell you that this is for your entertainment purposes only. I need you all to use your own discernment. Okay. Yeah. So you all use your own discernment and govern yourselves accordingly as you watch this content or what have you. At the end of the day, it's about using your own mind. Okay. It's about seeing for yourself, researching these things for yourself, knowing for yourself. Okay. Is what it's about. Okay. And that's what the powers that be don't like the most. Okay. Thinking people. Okay, they want you to solely believe whatever they tell you. They feel like it's their job to control the narrative, to make you believe what they want you to believe, to make you see what they want you to see, to let you know what they want you to know. This is about you thinking for yourself. When I show you all these things using your own mind, using your own brain, and thinking for yourself and opening your eyes to see what is really going on, guys. Okay. Also, I will say that other information that I've provided to you, okay, I will say is allegedly, but I mean, it's not much that has to be alleged because everything that I showed you is matter of fact. I showed you the proof of what I was speaking to you about, okay? The signs and symbolisms is there. Period, point blank. Okay, guys? So thank you all so much, okay? There's something to do with a large amount of money. Some type of large amount of money was made off of this situation here, okay? Perhaps this event would bring about a large amount of money to the church. Persons involved would gain a large amount of money from this situation going on, okay? But I'm seeing a lot of money around this situation. I'm seeing sudden wealth as well as great fortune here, okay? With this situation, guys, okay? So until the next time, guys, peace, love, and light. Namaste. Yeah, there was a lot more people that they expected to die. Yeah. Children, to be exact. Yeah. I'm also seeing married at the bottom of the deck. Something is significant to a married couple, whether who this woman would used to be married to. Okay. I'm also seeing coffin and child here. Okay. It's like there were children. I feel like there were supposed to be more victims, but I feel like the majority of them were going to be children, which is why you all seeing the subliminal of the children or what have you. But remember, her child was shot in the head here. This child is going to die here. There's something, this was a whole setup. That woman and her child was a sacrifice, especially the child, okay? And there's some type of sudden wealth and great fortune around this situation here, okay? Somebody also received, whoever this married couple is, somebody also received some type of unexpected income for this to go down, where it did, how it did as well. A lot of money made off of this situation here. And the family, the in-laws, is in on this as well, allegedly. It was a whole setup. It was a sacrifice. Okay. Till the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.